There it goes. Hello, everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. The sun is once again like a supernova outside. So let me close this. Hey, Gustavit is here. Hello. And hello again to everyone. I already said hello to chat. Um, uh, Garth, there will be a question about the battle tastings, but I don't do numbers or years in my answers. The construction literally just restarted like 5 minutes ago. Hey, Cake Rocks. So you can hear machinery and stuff outside. I apologize. I'm sure that it will stop very soon. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the ocean video. Hello, M. It was requested. I did that community tab post asking you guys what topics you want, and that's the one I chose. Hi, Katie. I'm doing really well. Today I woke up a really stiff neck and upper back. So I got out my back massager, right? And I noticed that the noises this thing made was more relaxing than the actual massage. So I wanted you guys to hear. Listen to this. Hi, Manatee. It sounds like clay cracking, right? I was like enjoying the massage, but I'm like, the sounds are very good. So I wanted to share. I could do this all day. I'm going to stop. Let me know if you want to hear more later. But we are here for ASMR trivia. And like it says in the title, today is history trivia because I got, there it is, a trivia book that was geography and history. So we did geography last week. This week we're going to do the history section. And just like the geography part, this book was terrible. It asked a lot of the same questions. There's a lot of questions about like 90s British programming and like early 2000s. There were a lot of questions about Donald Trump and Hitler concerning. So I went through and rewrote 100 questions for you guys. I like this to Manatee, but I do love the Moomins. I can see now. Is that a Moomin in Manatee's profile? We love Moomins on this channel. All right, but we're going to start off with a mini quiz. Veer, I did try your suggestion of trying to do foods of the world, but it turns out that there aren't very many official foods. There's a lot of unofficial foods, and I feel like if I said, tacos for Mexico, people would be like, that's not blah, blah, blah. So I just axed it. Hi, Dr. Pickle. Maybe another time. I'll try to pick the least controversial foods. So today we are doing an Independence Day mini quiz. I'm going to give you the date of an independence holiday of a country and the country that they had gained independence from, and you have to give me what country it is. So again, I'm going to give you a date, month, day, year. I'm going to give you the country that they became independent from, and you have to give me what country it is. So, Veer, that's a good point. I purposefully did not pick any countries that were independent from the UK because that's too many countries. Moomins are cute and very sweet, Valentine. You should look into it. They're adorable. Hey, Alex, good to see you. Skinny Legend graduated high school today. Congratulations. That's a huge, huge milestone. And I'm very, very proud of you. Congratulations. That's awesome. A lot of Africa happened at the same time in the 60s and South America. Yeah. Oh, live chat. Thank you, Dr. Pickle. Visca Barca is here from France. Awesome. Yeah, I tried to pick very distinct ones, not ones. There's like maybe one or two that might be kind of like that could be a lot of countries, but specific dates, specific countries. I try to go as easy as possible for you guys. Okay, here's the quiz. Number one, I know you're all waiting. Number one is January 1st, 1804, and they became independent from France. January 1st, 1804. And DR's got it. It is Haiti. Good job to DR. The answer is Haiti. Haiti, Haiti. Number 2 is, hey, Jake, to see you. Number 2 is January 1st, 1956. They became independent from Egypt, which Egypt was controlled by the UK then. So I'm not going to say UK, I'm just going to say Egypt. And DR's got it. It is Sudan. Good job to DR. The answer is Sudan. It was Sudan. Number 3 is January 31st, 1968. They became independent from Australia. January 31st, 1968. They became independent from Australia. Everyone is, well, it's not Papua New Guinea. That's M's birthday. You're going to find out which country shares a birthday with you. How cool is that? Not Norfolk, not Fiji. You guys are all on the right track. You're all in the right part of the world. Not New Zealand, not Tonga, not the Solomons, not Micronesia. You guys are, you're getting closer and closer. And Veer's got it. It is Nauru. Good job to Veer. The answer is Nauru. Became independent from Australia on January 31st, 1968. Number 4 is February 11th, 1929. They became independent from Italy. February 11th, 1929. Independent from Italy. Italy. Oh, there's some good guesses here. You guys know your Italian colonial history, but Manatee has got it. It is the Vatican. Good job to Manatee. The answer is Vatican City officially became a country separate from the rest of Italy on February 11th, 1929. Number 5 is, this is going to be one of the hard ones, I think. February 24th, 1918, they became independent from Russia. February 24th, 1918, they became independent from Russia. Not Finland, not Mongolia, not Poland. You guys are all on the right track. It's not Finland. It is, the chat's going fast. Don't worry, dear, it's fine. Not Latvia. Provoked is close. Not Lithuania. Hey, Alex is here. UK Alex is here. We have Romanian Alex and UK Alex. Skinny Legend just got it. It is Estonia. Good job to Skinny Legend for getting it first. The answer is Estonia. It was Estonia. That's one of like the few hard ones in the list because that could be a lot of countries, right? A lot of countries became independent from Russia in 1918. And yeah, Veer, you are right. Some of these countries have 2 independence days because they were like reconquered and things, and Estonia is one of them. The next one, number 6, is February 27th, 1844. They became independent from Haiti. Oh yeah, don't forget to click that thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. It would really help out my channel and get this video more circulated on YouTube. And DR has got it first. It is the Dominican Republic. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is the Dominican Republic. I really hate that apparently it's time to back up all of the equipment outside. I just have been hearing reverse sirens for like 20 minutes. Anyway, moving on. The next one, number 7, is March 1st, 1919. They became independent from Japan for a couple years. March 1st, 1919, they became independent from Japan. And DR got it. It is South Korea. Good job to DR. The answer is South Korea. I think, from what I understand, they don't celebrate this date in North Korea, just South Korea, because it's another kind of two Independence Days. North Korea celebrates the later one, not the early one. It celebrates both, from what I understood from research. Number 8, it was the entirety of Korea. You were correct, DR. Number 8 is March 21st, 1990. They gained independence from South Africa. March 21st, 1990. They gained independence from South Africa. And DR's got it. It is Namibia. Good job to DR. The answer is Namibia. And Veer, now you know you share a birthday with Namibia. How cool is that? I share a birthday with a country too. I'll tell you when we get to it. It is Namibia. They said no apartheid for us, please. Number 9 is March 26th, 1971. They gained independence from Pakistan. March 26th, 1971, they gained independence from Pakistan. And DR's got it. It is Bangladesh. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Bangladesh because I think it's the only country that's gained independence from Pakistan. Number 10 is April 18th, 1980. And they gained independence from the United Kingdom. I let one in there. April 18th, 1980, they gained independence from the United Kingdom. Veer has got it. It is Zimbabwe. Good job to Veer. The answer is Zimbabwe. It was a big deal in Southern Africa. That's why I included it. It was like a huge deal of Zimbabwe getting its independence. So good job to Veer. The answer is Zimbabwe. Veer, stop cheating on Wikipedia. Stop cheating on Wikipedia for this one. Yes, that late. Why did Rhodesia become Zimbabwe? Because Rhodesia was its colonial name, and Zimbabwe is a historical name. So they went with Zimbabwe. I could talk about Great Zimbabwe all day, but we're not going to get into it. Number 11 is May 1st, 1979. They gained independence from the United States. Hi, Lazar from Algeria. Welcome. May 1st, 1979, they gained independence from the United States. And Veer's got it first. It is the Marshall Islands. Good job to Veer for getting it first. The answer is the Marshall Islands. Veer, you're not allowed to cheat on Wikipedia for this one. You have to guess from context clues. Number 12 is May 9th, 1877. They gained independence from the Ottoman Empire. Thanks, Veer. May 9th, 1877, they gained independence from the Ottoman Empire. And Alex has got it. It is Romania. Alex is over there in Romania. So perfect. Alex got it first. The answer is Romania. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate that. It is Romania's Independence Day. Number 13 is May 17th, 1814. They gained independence from Denmark. May 17th, 1814. They gained independence from Denmark. And Valentin has got it. It is Norway. Good job to Valentin for getting it first. The answer is Norway. It was Norway. Number 14 is May 21st, 2006. They gained independence from Serbia, which is a loose term for it. It's not quite independence, but close enough. It isn't Kosovo. It's Montenegro. Good job to Alex A for getting it first. The answer is Montenegro. It's the date that Serbia and Montenegro became Serbia and Montenegro. The answer is Montenegro. Number 15, halfway there because there's 30 questions. Number 15 is, you're all going to get this one. I think Kosovo was 2008. That sounds right, Alex. You're all going to get this one because you're all smart. Valentine, I'll get to that in a second. May 24th, 1991, and it's from Ethiopia. Valentine will get to the latest independence on this list. So Hold that thought. May 24th, 1991, from Ethiopia. And DR has got it first. It is Eritrea. Good job to DR for getting it first. I told you it was an easy one. The answer is Eritrea. Eritrea. Number 16 is June 1st, 1962, and they became independent from New Zealand. Yeah, please click that thumbs up if you've not done so already. I would really appreciate it. It would help out the channel, and it would spread this video around YouTube while it's live. And Alex A has got it first. The answer is Samoa. Good job to Romanian Alex for getting it first. The answer is Samoa. It was Western Samoa at independence, but it is Samoa now. Number 17 is June 25th, 1975. They gained independence from Portugal. June 25th, 1975. And they gained independence from Portugal. There's only like a couple countries that fit that. And DR has got it. It is Mozambique. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Mozambique. That was Mozambique's Independence Day. Number 18 is June 30th, 1960. They gained independence from Belgium. June 30th, 1960. They gained independence from Belgium. And DR has got it first. It is the DRC. Good job to DR for getting it first. It is the DRC. DR got the DRC. Hey, Cody's here. Good to see you. It is the Democratic Republic of the Congo's Independence Day. Number 19 is July 1st, 1960. They gained independence from Italy. July 1st, 1960. Independence from Italy. Italy. Not Algeria, not Libya. It is Somalia. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Somalia. That is Somalia's Independence Day. It's kind of tricky because part of Somalia was owned by Italy and part was owned by France, but I figured Italy was a better hint for you guys. It is Somalia. Number 20 is July 9th, 2011, and they gained independence from Sudan. Who gets it first? It's Skinny Legend. It is South Sudan. Good job to Skinny Legend for getting it first. The answer is South Sudan. And you had to answer Valentine's question. That is the most recent Independence Day. The next one will most likely be in 2027 for Bougainville, getting independence from Papua New Guinea. But it's still an if at this point. Papua New Guinea has to agree to it. And it's in the future. So anyway, next. Someone likes to put their baby on the balcony and play baby songs. So if you can hear baby songs playing, that's what that is. Anyway. Number 21 is July 26th, 1847. And they gained independence from the United States. Technically, I'll explain. No Baby Shark. It's all classic lullabies. A lot, right, Skinny Legend? I'm going to give that to DR, who was trying to write Liberia. I'm pretty sure that's what DR is trying to say, not the Iberian Peninsula. It is Liberia. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Liberia. It was technically an organization within the United States, but the United States nonetheless. It's Liberia. Number 22 is August 9th, 1965. They gained independence from Malaysia. August 9th, 1965, and they gained independence from Malaysia. And Dr. Pickle has got it first. It is Singapore. Good job to Dr. Pickle for getting it first. The answer is Singapore. They reluctantly became independent, but independent nonetheless. And that's my birthday buddy. I share a birthday with Singapore. That's pretty cool. I'm in favor of that. Number 23 is August 17th, 1945. They gained independence from the Netherlands. You're not stupid, Milky Way. You're doing great. You're doing awesome. August 17th, 1945, and they gained independence from the Netherlands. Alex A has got it first. It is Indonesia. Good job to Alex A. The answer is Indonesia. Technically, it was the Dutch East India Company, I think, was still around and still had claim to it, but Japan had invaded it. So Japan and they all give it up at the same time. Anyway, I just figured I'd make it easier. Anyway, anyone else lagging? I hope not. I'm fine on my end, I think. Yep, I'm fine on my end. My birthday's August 9th. August 9th. Number 24 is August 25th, 1825. They gained independence from Brazil. Hi, Des. Okay, now I see that there was indeed a lag. I think it's all fixed now. Let me repeat that. Where was I? August 25th, 1825, independent from Brazil. And Milky Way has got it first. It is Uruguay. Good job to Milky Way. See, you're very smart. The answer is Uruguay gained its independence from Brazil. It was once part of Brazil, now it is not. Number 25 is September 7th, 1822, which gained independence from Portugal. Valentine. Yeah, Belgium's not going to be on here. And Alex, UK Alex got it first. It is Brazil. Good job to Alex for getting it first. The answer is Brazil. That is Brazil's Independence Day. Now, our air quality is fine today, Vera. It's actually really nice out. It's actually kind of humid today. The answer is Brazil. That's Brazil's Independence Day. Number 26. Oh, France, not Belgium. I forgot. Who was it that was in Belgium? It was the other French person that was here who lived in Belgium. Valentine is in France. The person who was here last week who also spoke French is in Belgium. Valentine's in France. I will remember that forever. I promise. Yeah, France will definitely not be on this list. Number 26 is, I didn't pick the obvious ones. I didn't pick France. I didn't pick America. Gust is the one from Belgium. That's who it was. Gustavit is from Belgium. Now I've got it. Now I'm all sorted out. Number 26 is September 16th, 1975. They gained independence from Australia. Smoking all the way to Finland. Wow, that's so far. September 16th, 1975, they gained independence from Australia. And Romanian Alex has got it first. It is Papua New Guinea. Good job to Alex for getting it first. The answer is Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea gained its independence from Australia very famously. Number 27 is September 22nd, 1908. They gained independence from the Ottoman Empire. September 22nd, 1908. They gained independence from the Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire. DR has got it. It is Bulgaria. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Bulgaria. Bulgaria. How is it that, like, every live, there are people ranting about Northern Ireland? No matter what, it always comes up. Oh well, it happens. Like I said, I think it was the surprise live I did. It's still a hot button issue, right? Anyway, moving on. Number 28 is November 3rd, 1903. They gained independence from Colombia. November 3rd, 1903, they gained independence from Colombia. And Veer has got it first. It is Panama. Good job to Veer for getting it first. The answer is Panama. Panama used to be part of Colombia. The U.S. helped out to get independence for them so the U.S. could build a big canal. Number 29 is November 25th, 1973. No, 1975. And they gained independence from the Netherlands. My handwriting was hard to read there. November 25th, 1975, they gained independence from the Netherlands. And DR has got it first. It is Suriname. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Suriname. Suriname. And the very last one, number 30, is December 29th, 1911. They gained independence from China. Awesome, Alex. December 29th, 1911, they gained independence from China. And Veer has got it. It is Mongolia. Good job to Veer for getting it first. The answer is Mongolia. Oh, Gareth studies Northern Ireland political history. That's how Gareth knows so much about it. All right, if anything Northern Ireland ever comes up, I know who to ask about for sure. Gareth, you should try to follow me on Instagram just in case I need your help with something. I can DM you questions. Anyway, that was that for that game. I hope you enjoyed. Let's do... Oops, I flipped too far in my notebook. Enjoy the notebook sounds. All right. So we have some history questions. Most of them are pretty easy if you know your history of the world. Some of them are kind of obscure. And I think there's only a handful that are actually kind of hard. So we'll see. Oh, that's awesome, Vera. I'm glad you liked the Mongolia video. So starting off with number 1. Remember, this is just history. Just history. And this is an easy one if you know your world history. 1789 marked the beginning of which revolution? Veer, you're going to get a Kazakhstan video tomorrow. It's just you wait. 1789 marked the beginning of which revolution? And Veer got it first. It is the French Revolution. Good job to Veer for getting it first. The answer is the French Revolution was 1789. Number 2. Near which landmark did Jimmy Angel crash his plane in 1937? Near which landmark did Jimmy Angel crash his airplane in 1937? And DR has got it. It is Angel Falls. Good job to DR. The answer is Angel Falls, hence the name, right? I always kind of assumed that it was because it was like angelically beautiful, but the guy who named it, his last name was Angel. So now we know. How interesting is that? Good night, UK Alex. Thanks so much for playing along. It's wonderful as always. Number 3. Which country currently owns the Suez Canal? Easy one. Which country currently owns the Suez Canal? And DR has got it first. It is Egypt. Good job to DR for getting it first. It is Egypt. That's an easy one. Number 4. What did Julius Caesar cross against the orders of the Senate? Oh, that kind of vague, but if I described it anymore, it would be too easy. And DR's got it. It is the Rubicon. Good job to DR. The answer is the Rubicon, which was a river that delineated the northernmost point of the Roman Empire. He said, forget that. We're going over it. Number 5. Who won the U.S. presidential election in 1972? Who won the U.S. presidential election in 1972? And Veer has got it. It is Nixon. Good job to Veer for getting it first. The answer is Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon. Very famous election because he won every state but Minnesota, which was the state that his opponent was from. Number 6. Now, this is a great story. Who survived the Great Bunny Attack of 1807? I want to see who knows about this. Oh, he's from South Dakota. I didn't know that. Yeah, I just assumed he was from Minnesota because that's the state he won. Who survived the Great Bunny Attack of 1807? It was a person, not a country. And Alex has got it. It is Napoleon. Good job to Alex. The answer is Napoleon. So apparently, he wanted to do a bunny hunt with his friends. So he asked someone to round up, yes, he got attacked by bunnies. He asked someone to round up like 4,000 bunnies and just release them so they could hunt them. But these were all domesticated bunnies. So they did not fear people and they turned on the people thinking that they were getting food. And Napoleon had to like barricade himself in his carriage, and a lot of bunnies got into the carriage and started eating his clothes. Thanks. Amazing story. But yeah, Jimmy Carter was attacked by a rabid bunny. That's more scarier. Yeah, he actually was not short. He was pretty average average height for the time. But still, yes, the bunnies attacked Napoleon and won. Napoleon's first big defeat, I suppose. Many more to come after that. Number 7. Which war ended with the Treaty of Utrecht? Which I just think is a really tingly place name. Utrecht. Which war ended with the Treaty of Utrecht? DR's got it. It's the War of the Spanish Succession. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is the War of the Spanish Succession, which is kind of hard for me to say. I have to say it slowly. Succession. Number 8. Who was the last U.S. president to die while in office? So who was the last president to die while still president? And DR's got it. It is John F. Kennedy. Good job to DR. The answer is John F. Kennedy. Like I said, there's a lot of just topics in this history one, and one of the Kennedy assassination. So I expect quite a few Kennedy assassination questions. Number 9. Oh, I forgot to look up how to pronounce this. Maybe some of my Irish friends here will tell me. Who was the leader of the Celtic Iceni tribe? Is it Iceni or Iceni? I've never actually known. Who is the leader of the Celtic Iceni tribe? Iceni? I'm not sure. DR's got it though. It is Boudica. Congrats to DR for getting it first. The answer is Boudica. Yeah, the president that got pneumonia because he gave a speech in the rain. M does not know, and M is Irish. Okay, I'll look it up later. Number 10. What is the U.S. land purchase from France in 1803 known as? Iceni. Oh, thanks. Iceni. I like that, Garf. Thank you. And I'll give that, I guess that's all you guys are putting. So DR gets it first. It is the Louisiana Purchase. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is the Louisiana Purchase. Hey, LaDonna, good to see you. Yes, it was William Henry Harrison that he's talking about. But yeah, every American child over the age of 13 has learned about the Louisiana Purchase in school. Every child in America knows that, I hope. And here's one that every British child has learned. Number 11. Which king signed the Magna Carta? Which king signed the Magna Carta? And DR's got it. It is King John. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is King John. King John. There is only one King John Veer, so it's just King John. King John was such a bad king that the royals have vowed to never ever have an heir named John ever again. So there's only ever going to be a King John. There's never going to be a King John II. He was that horrible. Number 12. Which country was unified in 1976? Which country was unified in 1976? Not Yemen. I think Yemen was like 1990. Alex got it. It is Vietnam. Good job to Alex. The answer is Vietnam. Good job, Alex. It is Vietnam. North Vietnam and South Vietnam became Vietnam that year. Number 13. Who was convicted of bathing in the blood of her female servants? Which noble person was convicted of bathing in the blood of her female servants? I'm going to give that both to, I guess, Veer and DR. It is Elizabeth Bathory. Good job to Veer, got Elizabeth first. DR got Bathory first. I'll give it to both you guys. It's Elizabeth Bathory. And yes, it's currently believed to have been a lie that she was falsely accused. Ooh, massive lag. But looks like everything's okay on my end. But yes, that's what she was accused of. Number 14. Make sure the lag is okay. Looks fine over here. Okay, all good for Dr. Pickle. Okay. What is the Anglo-Chinese War more commonly known as? What is the Anglo-Chinese War more commonly known as? And DR's got it. It is the Opium War. Good job to DR. The answer is the Opium War. The Opium War. There were two of them, yes. I think the Boxer Rebellion was just one of the Opium Wars. Number 15. What was the first man-made satellite? What was the first man-made satellite? Satellite. And DR's got it first. It is Sputnik. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Sputnik, the first man-made thing put into orbit. Besides, I could have the quiz question of like, what's the satellite orbiting Earth that was not made by people? It's the moon. That's a good question to remember that for next time. Number 16. What was Thomas Jefferson's self-designed home named? So Thomas Jefferson was the architect of his own manor. What did he call it? And DR's got it. It is Monticello. Good job to DR. The answer is Monticello. This one has two answers, so please put both in one line of chat. They are two names. Please put both names in one line of chat, so it's not just flashing names, and I don't know who said it first. Which two families fought in the War of the Roses? Which two families fought in the War of the Roses? What were the two families? DR's got it. It's Lancaster and York. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Lancaster and York. Lancaster and York. Number 18. What were Little Boy and Fat Man? What were Little Boy and Fat Man? What were they? And DR's got it. DR's on a roll. It is the atomic bombs. Good job to DR. It was the two atomic bombs that were dropped on Japan. Little Boy was on Hiroshima. Fat Man was dropped on Nagasaki. Number 19. What did Howard Carter discover in 1922? Oh, you didn't know that, Dr. Pickle. See, you've learned today. What did Howard Carter discover in 1922? And Veer has got it. It is King Tut. There's Veer's Egyptian knowledge coming in. The answer is King Tut. He discovered Tut's tomb in 1922. Number 20. Now I hope, I'm sure that an English speaker is going to get this because I don't know if people know how to say this in English because it's an obscure word. What process is used to date ancient artifacts? What process is used to date ancient artifacts? What do they use to determine how old artifacts are? And I'll give that to DR. It is radiocarbon dating. Good job to DR. The answer is radiocarbon dating. Carbon dating, apparently. You guys are all saying. I guess that's faster. Carbon dating, yes. They can age the carbon found in the artifacts. Number 21. What is the more common name for the Whitechapel murderer? I need a drink. I'm getting hiccups. Get my water bottle here from the window. And DR has got it first. It is Jack the Ripper. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper. Number 22. What became the world's tallest building on May 1st, 1931? What became the world's tallest building on May 1st, 1931? And DR's got it. It is the Empire State Building. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is the Empire State Building. The Empire State Building was built in 1931. Valentine's got it for us from French. Dempiclé is that state building. I like that. Number 23. What is the name of the winged horse from Greek mythology? What is the winged horse from Greek mythology called? And Manatee's got it first. It is Pegasus. Good job to Manatee for getting it first. The answer is Pegasus. Pegasus. Sounds like we had a barker for a minute there. Yep, we've got a barker outside. Ooh, DR just had thunder. That's exciting. Number 24. Which French king was called the Sun King? Which king of France was known as the Sun King? The Sun King. The Sun King. And DR's got it. It is Louis XIV. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Louis XIV. Louis XIV. DR is on a roll. DR is doing awesome. Number 25. Which building was attacked on July 14th, 1789? What building was attacked on July 14th, 1789? And Manatee's got it. It is the Bastille. Good job to Manatee for getting it first. The answer is the Bastille. The storming of the Bastille on July 14th, 1789. Number 26. In which U.S. state was the first atomic bomb detonated? In which U.S. state was the first ever detonation of an atomic bomb? And DR's got it. It is New Mexico. Good job to DR. The answer is New Mexico was where the first ever detonation of an atomic bomb occurred. The movie about it comes out this summer. I'm a little excited to see it. It sounds depressing. Anyway, number 27. What did a young boy discover in Jordan in 1947? Yes, that's true, Veer. The Bikini Atoll in particular. Flag. DR's got it. It is the Dead Sea Scrolls. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is the Dead Sea Scrolls. Checking the lag. It's oop. Hello. Okay, I think it's fixed now. I think it's better now. Let me know. Now. I'm here. I'm here. Please let me know if you can still hear me. I am here. I'm here. Hello, hello, hello. Everything looks okay on my end, so I don't know. Let me know if you guys can hear me so I can continue. Oop, I've got another lag. Okay. DR and Des can still hear and see me. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna continue then. It looks like everything's better now. So, let's see. Okay, perfect. It's better now. Good. Okay. The answer to the last one, if you didn't hear, was the Dead Sea Scrolls. They were discovered by a young shepherd who wandered into a cave and found artifacts from thousands of years ago. Must have been wild. Number 28. Which Portuguese explorer was the first to see the Pacific Ocean? Which Portuguese explorer was the first to see the Pacific Ocean? Pacific Ocean. And Gust has got it. It is Magellan. Good job to Gust. The answer is Magellan. Magellan. You know, it could have been Balboa, but I'm pretty sure it's Magellan by a couple years. If you watch my video, you'll learn about what he named that ocean he saw. The Pacific. Number 29. Bartholomew, that was Bartholomew Diaz. Magellan's first name was Ferdinand. Yeah, Gust got one. Yeah, Da Gama just went to the tip of Africa, and I think he sailed up to India, right? At least the Indian subcontinent. They are all very similar. You are correct. Number 29. What opened in Anaheim, California in 1955? What opened in Anaheim, California in 1955? And DR has got it. It is Disneyland, the first Disney park. Good job, DR. The answer is Disneyland. It's all white men who had the audacity. That's true here. But yes, the answer to this one is Disneyland. Disneyland. Number 30. Which country did Pol Pot reign over? Which country did Pol Pot reign over? So it is number 1. And DR's got it. It was Cambodia. Good job to DR. The answer is Cambodia. Or yeah, he renamed it to Kampuchea. That's true. But today we say Cambodia. Number 31. In which city was John F. Kennedy assassinated? In which city was JFK assassinated? And DR's got it. It is Dallas. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Dallas in Texas. Number 32. I don't know if you're... on which island was Napoleon born? Napoleon was born on which island? And DR's got it. It is Corsica. Good job to DR for getting it. The answer is Corsica. 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 Number 33. What event took place at Max Yasgur's dairy farm in August 1969? What event took place on Max Yasgur's dairy farm in August 1969? And DR got it. It is Woodstock. Good job to DR. The answer is Woodstock. A cow was milked, says Ghost. It was Woodstock, the moon landing Valentine. My goodness. Yeah, that's where they set up the film set, right? No, it was the Woodstock Music Festival. Number 34. And I wrote this off the top of my head, so I'm pretty sure I'm correct, but please correct me if I am not. What wall did the Romans build to keep out the Picts? Like, they were called the Picts then, right? Which is another word I can't say with my accent. And DR's got it. It's Hadrian's Wall. Good job to DR. The answer is Hadrian's Wall. Hadrian's Wall. They were the Picts then, right? The Scots at the time, they were called the Picts. Anyway. Number 35. What was the name of the journey Mao took when driven out by Chiang Kai-shek? There were Scots and Picts. They were different tribes. Oh, I thought they were just kind of one and the same. And DR's got it. It is the Long March. Good job to DR. The answer is the Long March. Long March. Definitely not the Salt Walk. That was Gandhi. Definitely very different things in very different places. The Long March was that one. Number 36. What nuclear accident occurred in March 1979? What nuclear accident occurred in March 1979? It's okay, Valentine. And DR's got it. It's 3 Mile Island. Good job to DR. The answer is 3 Mile Island. Isn't it sad that 3 Mile Island, Chernobyl, and Bhopal all happened within the same decade? So sad, yeah. But yeah, it's so sad that you can just list tragic nuclear accidents. Yes, that one was 3 Mile Island in 1989. Number 37 in happier news. What telescope entered Earth's orbit in 1990? Yeah, 86. That's true, provoked. That's okay, Alex. Valentin has got it. It is the Hubble. Good job to Valentin for getting it first. The answer is the Hubble telescope. The Hubble telescope. Now we have the James Webb, which is superior to what the Hubble was. But what's a Hubble? It was a gigantic telescope that could take pictures, and a lot of the pictures of nebulas and stars that you've seen from the 90s to 5 years ago were taken by the Hubble. Now the James Webb telescope is out there. It's 20 times more powerful. The pictures are gorgeous from the James Webb. But anyway, number 38. What Celtic festival is the origin of Halloween? I'm sorry, DR. And DR has got it. It is Samhain. Good job to DR. The answer is Samhain is the origin of Halloween. There are also a lot of questions about Halloween in this book. That's the only one I picked out. But they were very strange. Someone who wrote this was obsessed with Halloween, JFK assassination, and Donald Trump. And a couple of Hitler questions sprinkled in. I did include one Hitler question. You'll see it come up in a bit. Number 39. Halloween's my favorite holiday. Number 39. Who was president during the U.S. Civil War? Who was president during the U.S. Civil War? This is one that also every American child knows. And DR's got it first. It is Lincoln. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Abraham Lincoln. You don't have Halloween in Finland? That is terrible. Surely, oof, I got a text. Surely you have some kind of spooky festival at some point. I've got some kind of Juneteenth event. No, thank you. There we go. Stop. Okay. You dress up on Easter, in costumes though, or do you just dress nice? Romania has one, especially near Bran Castle. Very appropriate. That's a Halloween capital, right? In Vancouver, they have fireworks on Halloween. I like that. Wait, on Easter, you dress up as witches and collect candy and give branches. Yeah, that's backwards. That's supposed to be Halloween, not Easter. That's funny. I like that. I wish I could dress up like a witch every holiday. They have a harvest celebration called Kekri. Very cool. Anyway, let's get back to this. I want to finish this and then we can have a chat to wrap it up because I'm going to end it after these 100 questions. Number 40. Who was king during the Great Fire of London? Who was king of England, obviously, during the Great Fire of London? You have to be specific, Valentine's, 3 of those. So there is Charles II. Yes, you have to specify which worlds. Oh, the lag again. My goodness. I'm so sorry, you guys. Um, it's looking okay. Very mean lag. I'm so sorry, you guys. I cannot, it's beyond my control. It's looking okay now. How is it now? Oop, oop, oop. This is a bad one. There it goes. And it's still bad. Yeah, it's something happening with my end, but there's nothing I can do. I just have to wait for it to stop. It's like an earthquake. It's just loading. Khalil says it's all good. It's still looking a little iffy on my end. We'll wait, we'll wait, we'll wait, we'll wait. Yeah, just keep refreshing until it comes back. It will come back, okay? It will come back eventually, so if you just refresh, it'll be fine. Okay, moving on. Number 41. Gust has got to go. You have an exam. Take care. I hope you do well on that exam. You're going to do great because everyone that watches my channel is very, very, very smart. So you're going to do awesome, Gust. Don't worry. You're going to do awesome. Have a good night. Number 41. What global organization was formed in 1945? Oh, look at all those good lucks. I love my audience. You guys are fantastic. DR has got it first. It is the United Nations. Good job to DR. The answer is the United Nations. The United Nations. Number 42. Okay, we've got a hard one here. It is about ancient Egypt, so get ready, Veer. Maybe you're going to be the one to get it. This one is hard. What is the name for the funerary figures found in the tombs of the pharaohs? So they would leave little dolls inside the tombs so that once they entered the afterlife, they would come to life and they would be the eternal servants of the pharaoh in the afterlife. What were they called? This is a hard one. Now the sarcophagus is what the pharaoh was buried in. DR's got it. It's Shabti. Good job to DR. The answer is Shabti. 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 DR is killing it tonight. It is the Shabti. Good job. I was afraid that no one would know that one, and I'd be sitting here trying to give hints. But anyway, number 43. What was Ronald Reagan's missile defense system known as? Yeah, the jars are where they put the organs. Oops, sorry, my ankle just popped. And DR's got it. It is Star Wars. Good job to DR. He called his missile defense system Star Wars because it was the 80s, and that's what you did then. It was called Star Wars. Number 44. What valley was King Tut buried in? Right, Joshua? In a way. It's very Space Force. I'll give that to Veer. It's the Valley of the Kings. Good job to Veer. I'll just accept Kings. It is the Valley of the Kings. Good job to Veer. The Valley of the Kings is where King Tut was buried. Number 45. Who was defeated at the Battle of Little Bighorn? Who was defeated at the Battle of Little Bighorn? I'd give you some hints, but you guys have been very smart today. Not Crazy Horse, not Sitting Bull. The colonizers, yes. I'll give that to Valentine. It was General Custer. Good job to Valentine. The answer is General Custer. They were ambushed by the Native Americans and got whooped bad, which sounds great, but then the colonizers retaliated twice as hard, and then it was a bad time for the Native Americans. But Battle of Little Bighorn was like the biggest military success of the Native Americans. Yeah, exactly. Custer's lasting hunt, exactly. Number 46. What? Oh, K-Crocs was in Costco. The mango thing is bad. Good to know. I don't have a Costco card, but if I did, I would avoid the mango thing. Number 46. What American law was terminated in December 1933. Yes, Wounded Knee, exactly, Valentine. What American law was abolished in December 1933? Yeah, I'm not a big mango fan. I'll drink mango, or I guess eat mango, but I usually drink that. I'm not a fan. I'm going to give that to Manatee because the answer I'm looking for is prohibition. Good job to Manatee. Is that the Dawes Act? Is that the same thing? But the word I was looking for was prohibition. So that one's going to go to Manatee. It is prohibition. Finland had one from 1919 to 1932. Yeah, there was just something. There's something that happened during that time of the world. People are like, let's just make alcohol illegal. Anyway, number 47. What city was Hannibal from? Hannibal Barca. No beer in Iceland till 89. Wow. That's crazy. DR's got it. It is Carthage. Good job to DR. It is Carthage, where he was from. Number 48. Here's the Battle of Hastings one that I think it was Alex wanted. What artwork depicts the Battle of Hastings? What artwork depicts the Battle of Hastings? Oh, I just got an itch on my foot. Itching on my chair. Oh, it's really itchy. And DR's got it. It is the Bayeux Tapestry. Good job to DR. The answer is the Bayeux Tapestry. The Bayeux Tapestry. Where is the Bayeux Tapestry? Is it in France? Because I went to the place where the Battle of Hastings actually took place, and they had a bunch of tapestries from that time. But I don't think that was the Bayeux Tapestry. But yeah, Veer is singing Tapestry. Calm down, Veer. We know how much you love Joni. Normandy somewhere, probably in Bayeux. Is it in Normandy? Rouen? Yeah, I feel like it's in France, right? Anyway, they did have a bunch of really cool artwork from that time, and I think they might have had like a recreation of the Bayeux Tapestry. But I feel like I would have known if I'd seen it right. Number 49. What ship arrived in America in 1620? What ship arrived in America in 1620? And DR's got it first. It is the Mayflower. Good job to DR. The answer is the Mayflower, carrying the Pilgrims. Number 15. Number 50. We're halfway there. By what name is Anne Frank's diary published as? By what name is Anne Frank's diary published as? Cake Rocks, when you see this, be sure to refresh. And DR's got it. It is called Diary of a Young Girl. Good job to DR. The answer is Diary of a Young Girl is the name of the title. Boring. Veer. My goodness. No respect for Anne Frank from Veer. My goodness. I thought it was very interesting. Number 51. What country's prime minister was assassinated while walking home from a movie? Felt on Joshua. That's terrible. Oh, jail for Joshua. What country, Veer? You're giving me that person. What country was the prime minister from? I'm going to give that to DR. It is Sweden. Good job to DR. The answer is Sweden. Veer did get Olof Palme, but the country I was looking for was Sweden. Sweden. Still unsolved. Yeah, I've been on a rabbit hole. I've recorded a history of video for my channel members that you're going to see in a couple weeks for Sweden. And I wound up reading that and going down a rabbit hole of what happened to this guy. And they think they know who did it, but the guy they suspect is already dead. So it will never be proved if it was that person. Kind of like the Zodiac. Interesting. Number 52. Who was leading the Soviet Union in 1985? 5. Valentine, my goodness. I think what's more interesting is the Australian prime minister that disappeared in the ocean. I think that story's more interesting. A manatee's got it. It is Gorbachev. Good job to manatee. The answer is Mikhail Gorbachev. Was the leader of the Soviet Union in 1985. Yeah, the one guy who drowned. Who was the Zodiac killer? Who was suspected? Didn't he just die? So here's the story of the Zodiac, because it happened where I grew up, right? I told the story before that my mom was hanging out at the park the day before the first Zodiac killing. Harold Holt. Bye, Manatee. Thank you so much. You're very, very smart and very fast. Thanks so much for hanging around, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Ted Cruz is, of course, the Zodiac killer. We all know that. But they had arrested a guy because there were too many coincidences and they had enough information against him. I forget his name. The killings stopped forever after he was arrested, but he maintained his innocence until he died. And then, what was it? When they had cracked the Zodiac letters, which they did a couple years ago, they think it pointed to a different person, but that person is also currently dead. So it's one of those we'll probably never know who exactly was the Zodiac. Mystery. Yeah, 2 teachers cracked. Isn't that amazing? Moving on. Back to history. Number 53, currently dead, Brendan. Provoked, I'm pretty sure. Who was it that got it? Was it DR? Probably. But you were just under the person that got it provoked. So you did get in Sweden. But since you're typing it at the same time as everyone else on your screen, you're going to pop up first. What matters is on my screen. So good job, Provoked, for getting it right. But you're just slightly behind the other person. Moving on. Number 53. What was the name of the mission that first put men on the moon? That's a beautiful mud symbol there, Alex. And channel members can throw up their mud emojis for Alex. And DR's got it. It is Apollo 11. Good job to DR. The answer is Apollo 11. Apollo 11 was the one that put men on the moon for the first time. And speaking of mud, by the way, my video today talks about the Galapagos, so be sure to show it some love. There's some Galapagos facts there. Number 54. What was the pro-Nazi French government known as? What was the pro-Nazi French government known as? And DR's got it first. It is Vichy France. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Vichy. Vichy France. Let's see. Number 55. Where, and you have to tell me the building, don't tell me the city. Where was Anne Boleyn executed? Sparkling waters called a Vichy? What the heck? In Finland. Okay. And DR's got it first. It is the Tower of London. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is the Tower of London. The Tower of London was where she was executed. Number 56. Anyway, what record label was founded by Berry Gordy Jr.? I consider this history. This is important to U.S. history. And DR's got it. It is Motown. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Motown. Oh, Cake Rock's got to visit Ghirardelli Square. Did you get your chocolate? Wasn't it amazing? He is still alive, Berry Gordy Jr. Isn't that weird? It seems like that was so long ago, but he's still around. Yes. Number 57. Which Welsh town suffered a deadly landslide in 1966? The Nob Hill Chill. Is that the milkshake? The Ghirardelli milkshake, I think. I need the name of the town. I don't know like what part of Wales it is. I just know the name of the town because it's called the blank disaster. So, really, it's the father of the sexy and I know it guy. That's wild. Oh, you got to see the Walt Disney Museum. Isn't that wonderful? And you didn't get carjacked. Yeah, carjackings don't really happen in San Francisco anymore. Car robberies do, but not carjacking. All right, I'll give you the hint that it starts with the letter A. I think the anniversary was just a few weeks ago of this. It's really, really devastating. But yeah, which Welsh town suffered a deadly landslide in 1866? Joshua got it. It is Aberfan. Good job to Joshua. The answer is Aberfan. Aberfan. Really sad because the landslide hit a school, so most of the victims were very young children in school. Horrible disaster. Anyway. But yeah, the Disney Museum in San Francisco is incredible. Incredible. Yeah, I agree, DR. Motown changed the music industry and changed history. I think Motown music was incredible. And my gosh, Diana Ross is going to be here in Reno in a few weeks. I'm debating whether or not I should go see her because I love Diana Ross. But it's like, I don't know. I should go see Diana Ross, shouldn't I? I love Diana Ross. Yeah, I should, shouldn't I? Oh, I love Diana Ross. She's great. I know. Anyway, moving on. Number 58. What was the name of Charles Lindbergh's airplane? You're like, Diana Ross is a legend, right? And DR's got it. It is the Spirit of St. Louis. Good job to DR. The answer is the Spirit of St. Louis. The Spirit of St. Louis is the famous one that crossed the Atlantic. Veer's like my singer for me because I can't sing because I'm going to get a copyright strike. So Veer's been singing Carole King and now Diana Ross for me. I appreciate it. Number 59. Okay, this one is obscure and I didn't double check this one, so hopefully I'm right. Oh yeah, the Reno crash. Yeah, Valentine. They still talk about that here. They have the Reno Air something or other that's ending this year. Like in a couple weeks, they're gonna have the very last one. I think it's repercussions from that crash. You went on the carousel at Vacaville. Awesome, congrats! You had a fun time in the Bay. I'm jealous. That's my home. Who crashed? It was an air accident. It was an accidental air collision during an air show. Very sad. Number 59, and again, I didn't double check this. I assume this is correct. Who was president of the United States in 1866? A deep cut. Vacaville's fun. DR's got it. It is Johnson. Good job to DR. The answer is Andrew Johnson. Johnson. Number 60. What country was once known as the Gold Coast? This comes up a lot in geography. Whoever's giving me all the hearts, I really appreciate it. It's really cute. Deep cut globally, but an important part of executive branch history. That's true. And DR's got it. It is Ghana. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Ghana. Veer, that's Sade, right? Veer is my singer for the chat. But yes, the answer is Ghana. Number 61. Speaking of Northern California, what was discovered at Sutter's Mill in 1848 in what is now California? Thanks, Alex. I love the little hearts. They've been going for a while. And DR's got it. It is gold. Good job to DR. The answer is gold. It was the start of the gold rush in California. Number 62. What was the predecessor of the United Nations? Go Kings. Go Sac Kings, right? Not LA Kings. Sacramento was wonderful. And DR's got it. It is the League of Nations. Good job to DR. The answer is the League of Nations. Yeah. It did ultimately fail because it could not stop World War II. That's true. Speaking of, number 63, what German building burned down in 1933? Which German building was burned down in 1933? And Valentin has got it. It is the Reichstag. Good job to Valentin. The answer is the Reichstag building. And yes, they blamed it on a Jewish arsonist. That's true. It was definitely burned down by Nazis. Anyway, number 64. I don't know this song, Veer. So sorry. What was JFK Airport previously known as? So after JFK was killed, they renamed the airport to JFK International. What was it called before that? Oh, it's too late, baby, now. It's too late. I'll sing that one. I love Carole King. No, Valentine, it's not that. I have not done a video on the Gold Rush Kid Crocs. It was not New York Airport. It's in New York. I'm sorry. I'm wiggling and wobbling. If you don't know, I have Tourette's, so I try to keep my hands like down, but they go. Veer has got it. It is Idlewild. Up to Veer. The answer is Idlewild. 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 Number 65. Kid Crocs is a former Sacramentonan. Is that what they're called? I think it used to be called Sax. Anyway. Number 65. Sacramentonian. That sounds better. There's a Twilight Zone episode called Idlewild. That's not the one with the airplane, is it? The creature on the wing. Number 65. You guys all distracted me. Where was Thomas Becket murdered? Where was Thomas Becket murdered? And DR's got it. It is Canterbury Cathedral. Good job to DR. The answer is Canterbury Cathedral was where he got murked accidentally. Alex is starting to get sleepy. That's okay. Relax, Alex. No stress at all. You interact however much you need to, okay? Number 66. In which U.S. state did the Salem witch trials take place? In which U.S. state did the Salem witch trials take place? And DR's got it. It is Massachusetts. Good job to DR. The answer is Massachusetts. I had a feeling when I wrote this, I'm like, DR is going to get this one first, or JJ if they're here. But yeah, that's a DR question. If it's about New England history, DR's on top of it. Number 67. What is Zapruder famous for filming? What? Brendan. Oh, Alex. I'm glad that it helps you. And DR's got it. It is the JFK assassination. Good job to DR. The answer is the JFK assassination, which again, the author of this book was like obsessed with. There's a lot of JFK assassination questions, but yes. Zapruder was the person who was rolling a camera when it happened. Number 68. Who tutored Alexander the Great? Who was Alexander the Great's tutor? And DR has got it. It is Aristotle. Congratulations to DR for getting it first. The answer is Aristotle was like kidnapped and forced to be his tutor. Yeah, Aristotle did not have a choice. There's Barker outside. Kid Crocs is getting a cockadoodle. A cockadoodle. So like a poodle cocker spaniel, that's adorable. I'm so glad you're adopting. That's always important. I'm glad, Alex. I'm sorry you've been through a hard time, I know, but it always gets better, don't worry. There's a barker outside. There are people outside now. But yeah, that's happening. Just ignore them. Number 69. What did the Romans call Scotland? What did the Romans call Scotland? What did they refer to Scotland as? And Valentine has got it. It is Caledonia. Good job to Valentine. The answer is Caledonia. Caledonia. Number 70. What Parisian landmark was commissioned by Napoleon? What Parisian landmark was commissioned by Napoleon? Also, a lot of Napoleon questions in here, too. And DR's got it. It's the Arc de Triomphe. Good job to DR. The answer is the Arc de Triomphe. See, like Kid Rocks, I feel like people who need to buy from a breeder buy for a reason, like not just for aesthetic reasons, but for you, like you have allergies, so it's important to get a hypoallergenic dog. But adopting is always the best, right? There's so many dogs out there that need homes. Who is outside talking so loud? I can't see because there's a huge tree right there. But there are people talking very loudly and there's dog barking at them. That's happening. Nothing I can do. Number 71. How did Dag Hammarskjöld die? Dag Hammarskjöld, who was the guy in charge of the UN Security Council, right? I forget what they're called. The Secretary General. How did he die? That's true, Kid Crocs. Make sure you meet it first. Oh, sorry. DR got it. And I missed it. It was a plane crash. Good job to DR. The answer is a plane crash. You know what, Fear? Like, my brother-in-law and I were looking through a newspaper. We were waiting at his chiropractor, and I'm like, look at the like animals for sale section. And he's like, animals? You don't buy animals through a newspaper? And I'm like, yes, you do. And I looked and there weren't any. So at least in America, maybe that's a thing that doesn't happen anymore. Usually there's like ads for puppies and kittens in a newspaper, but I guess not anymore. Very strange. I'm used to looking and seeing what's for sale for puppies and stuff. Number 72. Where could you have found the Hanging Gardens? Where could you have found the Hanging Gardens? Hanging Gardens. And DR's got it. It is Babylon. Good job to DR. The answer is Babylon. Babylon. Number 73. Let's see who was paying attention to the first part. Oh, that's good. Kick rocks from our rescue. That's wonderful. There's theories they weren't actually in Babylon. There's theories that they didn't actually exist, since there's no evidence at hand accounts. Number 73. What country was created in 1971 after a war with Pakistan? Who was paying attention in the first part? What country was created in 1971 after a war with Pakistan? And DR's got it first. It is Bangladesh. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Bangladesh. Bangladesh. Number 74. Which Spartan leader was killed at the Battle of Thermopylae? That's true, DR, but we're not going to get into the dark stuff here. And Valentine has got it. It is Leonidas. Good job to Valentine. The answer is Leonidas. Leonidas. I thought about a name I've always wanted for a cat would be Leonidas, and you call him Leo. But I've never owned a cat named Leonidas. I just always thought Leonidas was a good cat name, for like an orange cat, you know. Number 75. Where did Napoleon die? Where did Napoleon kick the bucket? And Valentine has got it. It is St. Helena. Good job to Valentine. The answer is St. Helena. Remember, Elba was where he was first exiled, and he escaped. Then he was re-exiled to St. Helena. The answer is St. Helena in the middle of the Atlantic. Number 76. Who was the youngest daughter of Tsar Nicholas II? Who was the youngest daughter of Tsar Nicholas II? What was her name? And Valentin has got it. It is Anastasia. Good job to Valentin for getting it first. The answer is Anastasia. Anastasia Romanov. Yeah, Nikolaevna Romanov. Where was I? Number 77. What natural disasters plagued the American Midwest in the 1930s? What natural disasters plagued the American Midwest in the 1930s? And I'll give that to Valentin. It's the Dust Bowl or dust storms. I think that area was called the Dust Bowl, but I've heard the storms referred to as like the Dust Bowl storms and stuff like that. So I'll give that to Valentin. I'll accept Dust Bowl or just dust storms from all of the topsoil blowing off into the wind. They're annoying me. Oh well. Number 78. Who is considered the patron saint of Czechia? Who is considered the patron saint of Czechia? Saint Stephen, I think, is Poland, right? Or is that Hungary? Maybe both. Charles was definitely a very prominent king, but he's not considered like the one. This was a former king, though. I'll give you that. I think Saint Stephen is like Poland's big guy. Yeah, that's a Red Dead joke. DR's got it. It's Saint Wenceslas. Good job to DR. Sorry. The answer is Good King Wenceslas. Like from the song, Good King Wenceslas. Fear's allowed to Google. That's fine. Number 79. Which British monarch was born in 1533? Which British monarch was born in 1533? That's fun, Valentine. Not Henry. Not Henry. 1533, this person was born. And there we go. DR's got it. It was Elizabeth I. Good job to DR. The answer is Elizabeth I. Notice how I had to say this person and not this guy or this man. That's always your hint. If I never say a gender, it's probably one you're not expecting. A boss babe of history for sure, Brendan. I agree. She got work done and didn't care what other people thought. She did what she knew was right. And yeah. Girl boss for sure. My goodness, they are having like a party downstairs. And this dog is losing its mind at them. Oh well, we're almost done. We're on question number 80. What was gaslighting and gatekeeping? That's true. She was all of the above. Number 80. What was the name of Cleopatra and Julius Caesar's son? Because yes, they did get it on and had a baby. Cleopatra and Julius Caesar had a son. What was he named? And DR's got it. It is Caesarion. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Caesarion. Caesarion. DR almost minored in classics. That's fun. Number 81. Which beetle was assassinated? Out of the 4 beetles, which one was murdered? And DR's got it. It is John Lennon. Good job to DR. The answer is John Lennon, unfortunately. John Lennon. Number 82. Which country was founded by King Moshoeshoe I? What country was founded by King Moshoeshoe I? I think if we have boss babes of history, we should have like non-toxic men of history, and King Moshoeshoe I is one of those. One of the non-toxic men of history. It is not Swaziland. King Moshoeshoe the First. Unless I've got it backwards. No, wait, I'm pretty sure I'm right. It's Lesotho. Good job to DR. The answer is Lesotho, right? Now I have to double check, make sure it's not Eswatini. It's a cool name, King Moshoeshoe. King Moshoeshoe. Yep, Lesotho. How do you write his name? I will show you. It's not King Mudsway. That's you, Alex. Moshoeshoe. Oops. I typed too fast. King Moshoeshoe the First. Number 83. What city hosted the 1980 Olympics, which the USA boycotted? Yeah, the King of Swaziland is very, very questionable. Or Eswatini, I mean. DR's got it. It is Moscow. Good job to DR. The answer is Moscow. Yeah, it's spelled like Mo Shoo Shoo, but it's pronounced Mo Shui Shui. It's really fun to say. Yeah, the 1980 Olympics was Moscow. Number 84. What religion did Mary the First, aka Bloody Mary, practice? Yeah, you should check out my video on Lesotho. It's really interesting. You can learn way more about King Moshoeshoe. And Joshua got it first. She was Catholic. Good job to Joshua. She was Catholic. She practiced Catholicism. Lord of Light. My goodness, she was the Red Witch. Because her father was very against the Catholic Church and changed the religion of England. And when she became queen, she changed it back. And then when Elizabeth became queen, she changed it back to the Anglican Church, right? Confusing, but yes. Oh, Alex did see it. Good. Number 85. Okay, here's your Hitler question of the day. It's hard not to talk about history without mentioning Hitler, but I've made it the tamest Hitler question of all time. What was the name of Hitler's favorite dog? Stop it. Valentine already knew it. Valentine already knew what I was going to ask. It's Blondie. Good job to Valentine. The answer is Blondie. Man, Valentine, you gotta let me ask the question first. Valentine already knew it. You guys are too smart. It is Blondie. Number 86. Anna Braun. Stop. That's mean. She was a person, not a dog. Number 86. Which civilization constructed Machu Picchu? Which civilization constructed Machu Picchu? And DR's got it first. It is the Inca. Good job to DR. The answer is the Inca built Machu Picchu. The Inca. Number 87. What is the stock market crash of October 1929 more commonly known as? At least in America, it's known as this. And don't confuse it with Chichen Itza. Two very, very, very different things. It's not Black Tuesday. I think that was the start of it, but it is a day of the week. It is a black day. We had this on a surprise live. It's Black job to DR. The answer is Black Thursday. I think it started on what was called Black Tuesday, but then it was officially a crash on Black Thursday. I think that's how it went. Number 88. Where was the Titanic built? Money is weird, Joshua. I still don't really understand the stock market. Economy and economics is above my understanding. DR's got it. It is Belfast. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Belfast. Speaking of Northern Ireland, right. It is Belfast. Number 89. How many questions are there? There are 100, Alex, so we're almost done. I know you're sleepy. Number 89. What were the military rulers of Imperial Japan known as? Hey, Acid Nutria. And it looks like Joshua's got it first. It is the Shogun. Good job to Joshua. The answer is the Shogun, or the military leaders. The Shogun. Number 90. What Caribbean island did the US invade in the 1980s? Shotgun did not come from Shogun, no. It definitely did not. And DR's got it. It is Grenada. Good job to DR. The answer is Grenada. They invaded Grenada in the 1980s. Number 91. What city was the capital of the Abbasid Caliphate? And DR's got it. It is Baghdad. Good job to DR. The answer is Baghdad was the capital of the Abbasid Caliphate. I think the one after that, or before that, was Damascus. But yes, it was Baghdad. Number 92. What document was written by Thomas Jefferson? I probably should have elaborated that. Yeah, the Umayyads were Damascus. That's what it is, Valentine. The Umayyads were first. They were Damascus. And the Abbasids were Baghdad. I'll give that to Veer. DR got it first. DR got it first. The Declaration of Independence. Good job to DR. It is the American Declaration of Independence. Number 93. No, everyone's spelling is bad. Don't worry if you're messing up or your keyboard or your spell check. Everyone's spelling is getting sloppy. It's okay. It's kind of my problem now to read all of that. Number 93. What Chinese dynasty ruled from 1368 to 1644? And Brendan already knows it is the Ming. Good job to Brendan. The answer is the Ming Dynasty. The Ming Dynasty. Going to the Bay Area. Again. Okay, I thought you were going to say the aquarium. Well, going to the aquarium is fun. Number 94. Who is the only British Prime Minister to have been assassinated? I have not read any Emily Henry books. I have not. Ooh, you're moving them from LA. Perfect. DR has got it. It is Spencer Perceval. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Spencer Perceval. Spencer Perceval. Number 95. What is Edvard Munch's most famous painting? We almost got her. Valentine has got it first. It is The Scream. Good job to Valentine for getting it first. The answer is The Scream. It's his most famous painting. Number 96. Who did Britain declare war against in 1879? Who did Britain declare war against in 1879? They had a 6-month war. And DR's got it. It is the Zulu. Good job to DR. The answer is the Zulu. The Zulu. All the world, right? Must be. Number 97. Which historical figure is allegedly the inspiration for Dracula? It's okay, Asanutria. I'm going to give that to Alex, who's trying to write Vlad. But yes, Alex got it. It is Vlad the Impaler, or Vlad Tepes. Yes. Walking Vlad. Good job, man. You guys all just threw out all the Vlads all over the place. There are Vlads all over my chat. But I think Alex got that first. It is Vlad the Impaler, or Vlad Tepes. Number 90. It's Vlad, because he's a fab Vlad. My goodness. They are losing their mind. It's okay. We're almost done. Number 98. Whose bones were allegedly found on the island of Nikumaroro? Whose bones were allegedly found on the island of Nikumaroro? And that goes to Veer. It is Amelia Earhart. Good job to Veer. The answer is Amelia. They believe they found Amelia's bones. I think a lot of them got lost. I think Fiji that lost the bones, but it's like pretty sure that like who's James Cook? Veer. It was Amelia's bones, let's be real. Number 99. Who specifically fought against the English at the Battle of Stirling Bridge? Like, who led the fight against the English at the Battle of Stirling Bridge? Stirling Bridge. Who specifically? It's a person. Dr. Pickle got it. It is William Wallace. Good job to Dr. Pickle. It was Braveheart William Wallace. Oh, the people outside are annoying me, but we are on the last one, number 100. So before we get into the last question, which is an easy one, so prepare yourselves. And it's a person's name, and it's very short. It's not Napoleon. You're descended from William the Bruce. That's crazy, K-Crocs. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I think we might just have a little chit chat after to like wind down because I finished kind of easy or kind of early. So before I get to the last question, please give this a thumbs up if you have not done so already. Hello, Keela Beretta. I'm sorry, I'm just wrapping it up right now. I'm sorry. If you are new here, please consider subscribing because I have videos Monday through Friday and lives like this once a week at the same time. And I also do surprise lives, so be sure to click the little bell so you're notified when I do a surprise live, which is usually on the weekends, very late at night my time. Okay, and be sure to check out today's video because again, my Wednesday videos get it's like the least amount of views because everyone watches the live. So be sure, thanks JJ. Be sure to check out my video about the oceans. It's a really cool book I'm reading. So here's one last trivia question for you. And again, it is a person's name and it's very short. So get ready, however you're typing. Who allegedly fiddled as Rome burned? Who allegedly fiddled as Rome burned? And Dr. Pickles got it first. It is Nero. Good job to Dr. Pickle for getting it first. The answer is Emperor Nero. Emperor Nero. No proof that he did, but he did seem very chillax about his city burning down. Thanks, Alex. All right, so the fiddle wasn't invented yet. How interesting, Dr. Pickle. So it's not true. That's funny. Okay. That's an interesting fact. I'll have to remember that. That's really cool. They didn't even have fiddles back then. How funny. This like Nero was a bad guy, but I feel like history frames him as like a horrible monster. I think he was a bad person, but I don't think he was like the worst person ever, but he did do some bad stuff. Thanks, DR. I'm glad you had fun. Not as bad as Caligula, that's true. Thomas Carrick-Messer. Yes, I do know who that is. I know who that is because I was doing a history video and I had to learn how to pronounce that person's name. What do Thatcher, Reagan, and Churchill have in common? They're all in hell. Henry VIII played tennis while Anne Boleyn was at the gallows. Well, technically not at the gallows because she wasn't hung, she was chopped. Thanks, Kick Rocks. I appreciate that. You know what, JJ? Literally, I'm thinking of doing a P.O. box this next paycheck. I get paid in I get paid in 1 week exactly from YouTube. So I am thinking of, with that paycheck, doing a P.O. box. So I will keep you updated. Provoked, I'm currently in Nevada, although I am from California. What would Elvis do now if he was alive? Probably just relax and put out best of albums, right? Drugs. He'd be doing a lot of drugs. All right, so I'm going to stay on for like 15 more minutes. If you guys want to hang out, listen to the people talking downstairs. Can you show us the Sierra Nevadas from your window? I can try. Reno's close to you, Kickrox? Yeah, that's true. The camera can move. It's attached to my laptop. Let me move my squeaky chair. So I don't know. Oh, you know what? It is cloudy outside. And Hot August Nights is in Reno. Yes. They're having it in July. I'm so used to Hot August Nights being in August, but okay. Let me see if I can't adjust this camera so you can see. No, okay. No, it's not. This camera will only pick up sunlight. Yeah, apparently they do Hot August Nights in July. It's in the name. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a picture of the mountains, and then I'm going to show you the picture. Although it is very, very cloudy. So I don't know how well this picture is going to come out. How does it feel to be so close to where the Donner Party was? Hey, Glass. It doesn't feel terrible. It is kind of something. I got to stand up because there's a building in the way. 1 second. I might. Hold on. I gotta Okay. Oh dear. It's so cloudy you can't see. Okay. Alright. This is the best I can do. So the clouds are covering up the mountains, but you should be able to see mountains in the background with snow on them. I'll try to take better pictures when I'm out walking and stuff. But yes, that's the Sierra Nevada mountains right outside my window. So cool. All right, let me see. Glass is here. Hello. Did I say hello? I don't remember. You have an Oktoberfest in Salt Lake City in July. It's in the name. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I think we do have Hot August Nights. It's Pride is in July. That's what it is. You can see the mountains. Kickrox is on the other end of the mountains from me. We have Reno Pride is at the end of July. That's what it is. And it's Pride Month. Because I was like, well, where's the parade here, right? Because I'm from San Francisco. I'm like, where's the parade? And it's in July. Okay. Helsinki Pride's in August. That's cool, though. I'm going to scooch my loud leathery chair up so I can read your guys' things. Yes, Reno has a Pride. Yes. But Pride is in June. That's what I'm saying. It's Pride Month. You've got a whole month to have parades. And you wait till the end of July? Okay. Every town in Massachusetts Pride. That's good. Ohio does not have a Pride. That's too bad. Surely there's something somewhere. There's got to be a Pride somewhere. Love June. I agree, Ryan. You've been to Reno in the Crew too? Is that a video game? So where are you from? Fair, you have no opinion on Ohio. Come on. My goodness. Yes, Idaho is the place with potatoes. Anyway, yeah, Ohio is all corn. That's true. There's a lot of corn over there. I've been to Columbus, Ohio. But that's the only part of Ohio I've really been to. I've driven through some of Ohio, but the only place I've ever been to was Columbus. What are my favorite underrated spots in California and Nevada? Well, first of all, I don't know enough about Nevada to recommend spots. Hey, Jeremy. Yes, Glee was in Ohio. That's true. California, though, I always take people to Santa Cruz, which, first of all, in California, we call it Santa Cruz. It's very hard to push the T in there. Santa Cruz is my favorite spot to take people to because it is a beautiful beach town. There's a great boardwalk there with rides and cotton candy and funnel cake and all that. And just the vibe there, it's like a hippie town. It's very relaxed. Everyone is very friendly. Does the Valley accent not pronounce the I? Like Santa Monica Pier? Santa Monica Pier is very SoCal. It's very Southern Californian. Like, and Santa Cruz is very Northern Californian. So it's not as crazy as Santa Pier. It's much more relaxed and way bigger. They have way more rides. Veer funnel cake is fried dough with powdered sugar on top. It's really good. It's fried. It's fried nothing. So Kick Rocks has. Oh, Kick Rocks will have to go. Yes, I'm trying to convince my family to go to Santa Cruz for like a weekend this summer because I just want to be in the ocean. It's been too long since I've been in the ocean, and I miss the ocean. So like, it's fun to have the mountains and the snow view, but I miss the ocean. Right? I miss that nasty smell of the ocean. There's a good snow spot this year in Nevadas. Are you thinking of Tahoe? Yeah, you can get my favorite deep fried thing there is deep fried Oreos. So or deep fried Twinkies. So good. Everything you can get everything deep fried there. It's so good. They're terrible for you. In Nevada, there's a cool water cave you always wanted to go to called Devil's Hole. Yes, Monterey Bay Aquarium and Cannery Row are amazing. Monterey is a really, really cool place to visit. You live in a city around a river, and the smell of that thing is a woof. Yosemite, yes, I've never been to Yosemite. I've always wanted to go there. I've been near it. I've been in the woods that make up Yosemite, but I've never actually been in and seen like Half Dome and all of that. I really need to. Carlsbad in California is also known as Karlovy Vary. Very cool. Yeah, Yosemite in winter is pretty. It's all snowy. Gentle Whispering has a video of Yosemite in the winter. It's really pretty. She went to Yosemite and then she went up north to see General Sherman. I've literally watched that video like 100 times. It's so relaxing. Carmel is so pretty. Oh my gosh, it's off Highway 1 on the coast. It is like a little slice of paradise. Yeah, the guy that free climbed Half Dome, that is Free Solo. It's on Disney Plus. Has there been any difference with your accent since you moved to Nevada, or do people react different to your accent? There hasn't been any changes. I do notice that when I'm around people that don't have my accent, it gets thicker. I noticed that when I was in England, I went like totally like oh my gosh, like I just went like super like Californian when I was in England. Like it just went like so hard. My natural voice exaggerated a little, but that's what I sound like. So I've noticed my accent getting thicker, but I've never really noticed anyone like recoiling to how hard I go when I go Californian. Don't California too close to the sun. Let me see what I missed while I was imitating myself. Yes, national park permitting is very crazy. If you ever plan to go to Yosemite, you have to book like almost a year in advance if you're going in the summertime because they can only have so many people there. Yosemite is very far from Montreal, but I'd love, like, literally my number one spot to visit in Canada is Montreal, followed by Vancouver. Clint Eastwood was the mayor of Carmel. Carmel was in a silly, goofy mood. Are people from Nevada hostile towards people from California, like some other states? I have been to Oregon many times where people are actually hostile toward Californians. So the people of Nevada aren't that hostile, but they're kind of like, eh. And I think like half the people here are from California because literally the border of California is like in those mountains I showed you. So a lot of people here are Californian that have relocated. So I don't think it's as bad here, but maybe in other parts of Nevada it is. You're going up the one to Santa Barbara. Oh my God, Santa Barbara is gorgeous. So, so beautiful. My usage of meme language. Okay. Yes. You say also Pilsen and Richmond. Could be Liberich. A silly, goofy mood. Yeah. Thanks, Kit Crocs. Yeah, aren't they beautiful? They are very pretty mountains. I wish I could show you, but I'm at a really bad angle right now. Bum, 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 bum. When I'm out walking and I go around like the hills near me, I'll snap a cool picture of the Reno skyline with the mountains so you guys can see the city that I live in, the biggest little city in the world. Brendan was in Seattle and was shocked at how bad Seattle wants to be LA. That is funny. I heard of Richmond, Virginia, yes. Where's Mount Rushmore? Mount Rushmore is in South Dakota in the Black Hills. I've never been there. I've never been to South Dakota. If you wants to see Washington State, Alaska, Oregon, and the Grand Canyon. Yes, I've only been to Oregon out of that list. I would love to see the rest. Richmond in the Bay Area. I thought you meant Richmond, Virginia, because you're talking. Yes, I've been to Richmond a few times. It's nothing remarkable. I'll never do mountain climbing ASMR. It would be too hard for me to climb a mountain and do ASMR. Jeremy's going to the Adirondacks in New York. That's amazing. Your first time in the USA. Welcome. Welcome. The Richmond Bridge is very scary looking, but it's a fine bridge. I've crossed it many times. I would love to see the Appalachians. I would love to do the Appalachian Trail. I know that's like massively long, but I think it would be really fun. The Adirondacks are great. I've never been, but I've heard that whole stretch of New England is absolutely beautiful. I mentioned this in a surprise live. Was it the last surprise live? Where we might, I think I said it last time, we're planning a family trip to Japan next year. So I might, it's like a 60-70% chance that I'm going to Japan next year. Probably just going to be Tokyo and Kyoto, but I don't know. I'm fingers crossed that it does actually work out. A lot of things have to fall into place in order to do it. So, did the US just fly to New York and LA? But there's so many things you'd miss out on. Yeah, so I know I really want to go to Japan. Apparently, it's my sister's like number one bucket list. So her husband really wants to take her. And we're starting to get old, so it's time to go traveling. And they are, they're childless and they work full time and they have all this money saved up and they'd never spent on anything, which is a good thing. But of course, me, I'm like, why aren't you traveling? You have all this money, let's travel. So finally, we might be putting that toward Japan. Jeremy's only visited Uzbekistan in Asia. Yeah. I've gotten a lot of comments lately of people visiting Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. Like a lot of people saying, I just got back. It was so beautiful. Like, I guess this is the tourist time to go visit those places. But yeah. I know Veer really wants to go over there. Anyway, I think I'm going to start wrapping this up, even though this is really fun. That's what I've heard, Jeremy, that the Uzbek people are like super nice, which is really cool. So, last questions, throw them at me. Any other last things you want to ask or discuss? Now's the time because I'm going to go pretty soon. My sister's going to be home in about 10-15 minutes from her job, and we'll probably like plan dinner and hang out and stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to start heading out for the night. Oh, I have to yawn. Try to make it as tiny as possible. If you want to visit Reno, what are some things you should definitely do? Gamble. People only visit Reno to gamble and maybe like see a show because they try to be Vegas, but it's like a small, tiny, weird Vegas. It's nothing like Vegas, but they try really hard to be. What should I do in Reno during hot August nights? Because that's when you're going. Cool. Well, it's like a classic car kind of thing. So you go to see the classic cars. Yeah, Nevada is pretty awful if you don't gamble. It's kind of the whole point of being here. Hot August Nights is a classic car show, so I think it's at the Grand Sierra Resort, which I can also see from my window. Um, and so the Grand Sierra Resort has like bowling, they have karaoke, they have escape rooms, they've got like tons of things at this place. That's where I saw River Dance a few weeks ago. DR Stop, the West Coast is the best coast. um, but yeah, there will be things to do. I guess Hot August Nights is the time when like all the tourists come. So um, I guess there will be things to do. I don't know. But yeah, West Coast is great. What are you talking about? You want an old Mustang? Yeah, there will be lots and lots of classic cars there, which I think is fine. I had more fun at the Automobile Museum, which I did the video on, where you see like the old cars from like the 1900s, 1910s. That's kind of my jam. I think those are so cool. They had a car used in the Titanic movie there. One of my favorite movies. NorCal beaches. Yeah, there's no such thing as NorCal beaches. They are rocks. You got to go to Santa Cruz to have a NorCal beach. Yeah, I've been to the Automobile Museum in Sacramento, and there's a cool automobile museum in Blackhawk, which is a little further down south in the East Bay. It's really cool. What's for dinner? I do not know, Joshua. I might just make hamburger helper, but like I made hamburger helper last time I made dinner. So I don't want to make it again. It was a couple, actually, no, I lied. Yesterday I made hamburgers. Hamburger helper is an instant pasta thing where you cook your hamburger meat. In our case, it's going to be turkey. You cook your meat or whatever you want to use for meat. It can be anything. It can be whatever kind of meat, faux meat, tofu, whatever you want to put in it. And then you add like the spice packet and the pasta, and you stir it up and let it simmer. And it's kind of like stroganoff, but like Americanized. It is very quick and easy. It is 6 o'clock p.m. where I am right now in the US. So my sister is off at 5:45. I was waiting for her to text me to say if she was bringing back something, but she is not. So, and yeah, it's 9 p.m. on the East Coast right now. So, it's 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Like, I don't want to make that again. Oh, stop. I know what I'm making her. I picked up some chicken cordon bleu at the store last night, and there's only 2 of them, so I'm going to make one for her, one for me. Sorry to my brother-in-law, but he's at work tonight, so he misses out. What does my sister do? She probably would not want me to say. I can say in a nutshell, she works retail. She works primarily behind a register and has to ring up people, and she hates it a lot. So I'm trying to convince her to get a different job, but she's very set in her ways. She's very she's autistic, but very, very high functioning. So she does not like to change anything. So she has had the same job for 18 years. She has never left. And, she would rather just work a job she hates than change anything. So she hates change, which is fine. I get it. What's my favorite US accent? Mine. Of course, my California accent is the best one. But yeah, exactly. Getting new jobs is not easy. I'm trying to tell her that, like, you would be happier, like, if you worked, like, the stocking part of the store, not the actual interacting with the customers. And she's like, yeah, I would. And then she never mentions it to her boss. So everyone loves Southern accents. I guess it depends because there's a bunch of different, there's a New Orleans accent, there's like a Texas accent, there's a kind of Florida accent. But yeah, there's like a bunch of different, there's like Southern ASMR sounds. She has that like Kentucky, North Carolina accent. She's in North Carolina. But yeah, she's my favorite. I watch her channel every night. Yeah, it is very comforting, I suppose. But I'm very particular about My accent. Jeremy has Cajun and Acadian cousins in New Orleans. That's amazing. You're like on the opposite ends of the Mississippi. They are sorry. What the heck? Carolina's a big cool. Yeah. Cal's like a basic accent. Yeah, I feel like that is true. Like it's very typical American accent, but you got to get into that East Bay, San Francisco accent, Berkeley accent. I call it a Berkeley accent because you hear it strongest in Berkeley, where you're like, it's like you just talk like this, and like you just you have that kind of like guttural kind of sound, and you don't like announce anything. You just kind of like make sounds. That's a Berkeley accent. Wisconsin Chicago accent is awesome. Yeah. Oh, I have to yawn again. New Zealand, I love New Zealand accents. I watch a lot of New Zealand comedy. They're very funny down there. New Zealand comedians are like the best comedians. I'm not talking about Taika Waititi, although he is like top. You know, there's many others that are amazing. Guy Montgomery is my favorite right now. Yeah, he made What We Do in the Shadows. It's very funny. Boston and Worcester are the best cities in the U.S. You all know I love my San Jose Sharks. Our American Hockey League team used to be in Worcester, Massachusetts, and then they relocated it to San Jose. For you Americans, do English-speaking Canadians have a very different accent from yours? Yes, but only for certain words. Definitely sorry is pronounced very different. And I have a funny story actually. When I was younger and we had convinced an online friend to come visit us from Canada for a few weeks. And then she stayed. She actually became like an illegal American because we kept her for like 2 months. And she was like being threatened with deportation. We had to send her back. But we were hanging out one night and we were talking about what should we go get for dinner. And it's fear. I was like 19. Okay, we'd kidnapped someone. It was fine. Anyway, we're like, what should we get for dinner? And she goes, "Oh, can we go to In-N-Out?" And we were like, what? She was like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry, I meant In-N-Out. In-N-Out, can we go get In-N-Out?" And we're like, what did you just say? So it became In-N-Out forever. It was so funny. Oh my god. But yeah, we were dumb teenagers and we didn't realize how dangerous it was to make someone stay past the time of their visa. So we learned the hard way. She had to go back to Canada before like the border control would come and arrest us, you know, for harboring an illegal immigrant, an illegal alien. But yeah, we were dumb teenagers and we thought we were being funny and sly and having fun. And she wanted to stay in America, so we kept her. But yeah, it didn't help that she was like 17, so we were technically kidnapping. Yeah, we technically kidnapped her. People are called aliens here. Yeah, if you're from a different country and you don't have any of the right documentation, you're legally called an alien. I don't still know her, Kick Rocks. I think I lost contact with her a couple years after that. She was like a friend of a friend, and I became friends with her through that friend. So California's the best DR. You just haven't been to the right part of California. I'm sure, Joshua, like immigration in Europe is so different from immigration in America. Although I heard that there was another immigration ship that sank off the coast of Greece recently. Like, that's so sad. Like, that's just people trying to find anything better than what they are in and facing the consequences of that. That's so sad. But yeah, it's immigration to this country is very different from immigration in like literally any other country. I think maybe Australia would come close to how we treat refugees and people trying to escape to better things. being to San Diego, walking across the border on Imperial Beach is my fave. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like going into Mexico as a white person from San Diego, it's like no problem. But if you're brown and you're coming from Mexico to San Diego, you have to stop and be searched, and it's horrible. But yeah. Anyway, it is a thing here. It's pretty xenophobic, yes. It's like we will take in as many Ukrainian refugees as we possibly can, but any brown refugees, absolutely not. But if they're white, come on in. It's kind of how the US works. Jeremy says here in Canada, we're very friendly with refugees. We understand what they went through. Many of their ancestors left France for the UK for better living conditions. That's what I'm saying. Every white person in America and Canada are immigrants. Like our ancestors came here. Like I know for a fact that my family from Britain, like they got a deal from a workhouse to come move to America to work there. Like they it boggles my mind. Boggles my mind. Oh wow, dear. My goodness. Anyway, he'll asking white Canadians where they're really from. Kid Rox's parents are Jewish. Yeah, like everyone came from somewhere. It's the same in America, Jeremy. There's a lot of races here in America, but it's definitely not the majority. It's the loud minority. The minority ones are the loudest ones here. Kid Rox's part Moroccan. That's interesting. Explains why you tan so easily. Lucky. My family's German and English, so I just turn bright red. Brendan's families were Lithuanian refugees. Wow. Yeah, historically Finns came from around the Volga. Veer, you don't really count in this conversation because you're Finnish in Finland. But yeah, anyway, let's wrap this up. Let's call it a night, guys. Yeah. Why don't we all say good night in our respective languages? Everyone put a good night in the chat, even if you speak English. Throw good night in whatever language you speak in the chat, and we'll wrap this up. There's a bon nuit, a bliss in Icelandic. I like it. Good nacht. Yeah, I want to see all your good nights in whichever languages you speak or know how to speak. Yeah, I like to see it. Good night, everybody. Good night, Cater. Cater, you hadn't really spoken up a lot from what I could tell, but it's very good to see you. Oh, I love this. Good night to everybody. Oh, Yasumi Nasai, Dr. Pickle. Yes, everyone have a fantastic night. I will see you all same time, same place next week, and maybe there will be a surprise live this weekend. I literally don't know until like 2 minutes before I go live on the surprise lives. So I will see you all next week. Have a very safe week. I'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody. Good night.